Let's see the mirror seal, and then I'm going to show you the door seal and the warning about the mirror seal, very important. So mirror seal, it's this thicker, depends how thick it is, depends on the camera, and it goes, I can tell, from side to side there. Probably there is a groove where it can be seated. You cannot go furthermore left or right, but you need to put it exactly at the same position as the old one. It seems to be right at the base where this glass viewfinder piece sits. And some cameras may have other seals, maybe here at the front. Just look with the side mirror, look on the sides here. So this is the viewfinder glass piece. Look on the sides and look at the front. I cannot film from this angle, right underneath this piece at the front. So look if there's other light seals. Also grab the mirror only from the side, never put your finger on the mirror, it will leave fingerprints. Lift the mirror and look around if you see other light seals, top, sides, bottom, all around. Not on this camera, but maybe on other cameras. Let's turn for the door seals. These are trickier, well actually just as tricky as the mirror one. Again, wait for the warning for the mirror one. Once you open the door, there is a seal deep in here, and this seal is going to go from, notice the point there, so it doesn't go all the way up. Where does it? Let me look. Probably it goes all the way into the frame and all the way down at the very side of the frame here. Again, this is a thicker one. Then we have a thinner one, is the only thin one that sits on the side on the camera body, and this one sits from the top here to the bottom, except for the grooves which are at the bottom and the top, because these grooves have another seal. So if you look here at the top, let's wait for the camera to focus. Yes, the camera it's confused by the shiny surfaces. So these are the last, well, the other seals, which are going to go all the way from where the groove is ending here. You may check close up, and it sits deep in there, and it's a thicker one. And this ends here. I would say it ends right in the corner here, and basically it goes above the side thin one up until the corner, the very end. So it kind of passes by the side of the thin one on top, and also at the bottom the same thing. So we got the thin one that goes from there to there a little bit, and the one that goes inside the groove passes by the thin one, ends right in the corner, and goes all along this groove, all along until that very corner. Now this one are also fairly thick, but not as thick as this one here or the mirror one, so it's thinner. And two warnings: these ones must sit all the way inside the groove. All of them must sit into their groove, just like, take a picture, see how deep it sits, because if you don't push them all the way deep in there, if they are thicker than it should be, so it stays upper if you want, it doesn't go all the way deep at the same depth that you will find the old ones. Again, look with the magnifying glass, I cannot film in such detail. Well, if they are thicker, the door will not close properly. Even if it locks there, the door will be slightly bent, and that may cause light to get through the side sill, or even on the side of the bump on the sill. So it has to be exactly the same as original, place and thickness, and the thickness depends on the cameras. Don't ask in the comments, please. And lastly, to replace this seal at the bottom there, it takes a very steady hand and most attention. Why? Because it's going to be, the old one, sticky. You are going to remove bit by bit. It's going to bent on one side. You are going to fight with it to detach it, and detach by small pieces, never one piece, because if you remove a single piece at one time, what happens, you are going to move it around, and with that piece you are going to touch the glass, touch the mirror. Once it touches the mirror, the old seal is gunky, sticky and black. You will never be able again to clean properly the mirror or the glass. So it's like brain surgery. You need to remove tiny bits, keep a very steady hand, fish it out from there, clean properly the tip, and go for a second piece. And when you move around that bits that don't want to detach from there, they are going to try to touch on the glass here. That's why I'm saying it's brain surgery. And last thing, if anything touches the glass or the mirror, it's almost impossible to clean, and you should not even try to clean. You heard that right. Please go on Google and search cleaning SLR camera mirror. Read several forums, several topics to understand that it's really something that you don't want to try. It's that clear what I'm saying. Touching the mirror, it's going to make it worse than it was before. The same with this piece. Even worse, if you touch the centerpiece for focusing, you are going to regret it, especially if it's an expensive camera that you care about. So cleaning the glass piece and the mirror, no, don't try unless you really know what you are doing. Thanks for watching, and I'm serious. Google up, don't trust me, don't trust what I'm saying. Google up, inform yourself. Thanks for watching.